I'm project driven.
Project driven.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the problem is I execute, and halfway through that execution, I'm already executing the next one. So I never finish the project. So my husband's like, the dinosaurs are in, but you haven't finished the vegetation. I'm like, no, but I'm doing the unicorns now. Someone else can
The
finish.
dinosaurs are eating the unicorns.
Yes. No, you got to make sure that doesn't happen.
Welcome to another episode of the Conveying Stories podcast. We're situated here, we're filming from Next Level at Lifestyle Centre. What a beautiful space. Guys, check it out if you ever do get a gap. And I'm being hydrated by a coffee lab from downstairs. Great coffee, also highly recommended. But now, just want to chat to my guest, Jen from Flag Animal Farm. Jen, welcome to the Conveying Stories podcast. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited for today.
No, geez, Jen, chatting to whoever you sort of meet in Ballito, they all know Flag Animal Farm. But why don't you say for our listeners, for those of you who don't know, what is Flag Animal Farm? And just tell us a bit about it.
Absolutely. So I call Flag Animal Farm the heart of Ballito. Why? Because we have 1,400 rescued animals.
Yo.
So it's not just animals that look perfect. You know, they are missing like an eye, ear, leg. And, it's something different about them.
Yeah.
But they bring so much joy to our lives every single day. They deserve a second chance. And that's what Flag is about. So the kiddies come along. They have a real farm experience. They can milk a cow, ride a pony, see a snake, a crocodile, a wolf, and things like that. And it's just a real fun experience for the whole family.
Okay. And Jen, when did you purchase the farm? Or how did that come about? Like, tell us the origin story. How does that?
It is
probably a long story.
Yeah,
but...
my new word is epic.
Nice.
So it's an epic journey. So we lost our sugarcane farm when I was 18. And I remember sitting with my parents and saying, what are we going to do? Because I was still at school and it was just so scary. And so we decided, well, let's chat to my gran. And we found this rundown little animal farm. And my gran was like, well, let's buy it. And I said to my parents, like, it can't get any worse because it was so bad. Yeah. And from that moment, I used to walk the streets of Durban coaching 3 different hockey sides trying to make ends meet, handing out 1-cent flyers, as many as I could carry, racing back to the farm. We couldn't even afford a bucket of paint. We whitewashed the walls. Yeah. I remember cutting 2 potatoes, and that was enough fried chips for the whole weekend for our guests.
Yeah.
And the first fridge we had at the farm was a bar fridge, and it had like 5 cans of Coke. And I remember one weekend I sold 2 cans, and I would high-five my mom. I was like, oh my word, we sold 2 cans of Coke. Jeepers. So we've come from absolutely nothing. And it's just a journey of utter passion, courage, determination, and utter success.
Yeah. And did you have any exposure to the agricultural or the veterinary sort of side of things before you went on this journey?
Well, my folks always called me a mobile SPCA unit. I race my car, save the bird on the road type of thing. But through the years, my lingo has changed. Like, I've been working with Kevin Stevens, Ballito vet, since I was 5 years old. Yeah. And now I'm obviously mid-40s. I'm going there. And I think we've learned so many valuable lessons. Like I always say to my staff, every speed bump is a great learning lesson. But every speed bump that you climb must never be climbed again because you've learnt. If you get an animal that has certain infection or certain arm infection or leg or something missing, you know how to treat them. If you don't, you get help from like Kevin Stevens, who will then educate you and you know what to do for the next round. It's every day is a learning experience.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Should tell the Department of Transport about the speed bump theory. There's just so many speed bumps coming up in Ballito.
Well, at least they're working.
Yeah, they are working. And so how many animals do you have at the moment?
It's just over 1,400. Every single
at the
day.
Moment?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
1,400?
Every single day, there's more and more coming. So my records are so great because we microchip like the mammals and things like that. Everything has to go through quarantine, so our permits are up and running. Yeah. It's such a strict regulation. I need more space. Like I was saying to you earlier, I'd love 10 more hectares. Yeah. But the greatest gift we can offer our animals is natural behavior. So like at night, we release all our horses, ducks, sheep, chickens, goats into 3 hectares of freedom with a dam, a forest. The pigs can roll in the mud. The horses can go swimming. And that's what it's about, natural behavior.
Yeah. And is that, you've got that sort of space below that sort of goes to the dam there? Is that the...
Absolutely. So
Okay.
that's a no-go zone for humans.
Yes.
Why? Because the animals must feel like it's their moment.
Yes.
So that's why people say to us, why don't you have overnight accommodation? And we used to, back in the day, which I closed down. It's not about the money, because there's good money to be made.
Yeah.
It's about what's best for the animal.
Yeah.
And if you put the animal first, the person will always come back to visit
Yeah.
because they know you're doing what's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so where's your, 1,400, when you said 1,400 in the intro, I thought that was 1,400 over the last couple of years.
We've done thousands of rescues.
Jesus.
So we've got so many animals. So you don't realize, I've got 30 horses. So that's just the horses.
Really?
Yeah, horses coming from the dam. A lot of them live out.
I was going to say, because I've
No,
never seen so
so
many horses. Obviously, they are. They're living...
They're spread. So
Yeah.
I've got this whole new forest section in the back where the goats live. It's massive, like a jungle for them.
Awesome.
So they just go and eat leaves and have fun all
Yeah.
day. And then the ones that want to be on the farm can come into different pens. If they choose to stay out into the grazing paddocks, they'll get fed out there.
Yeah.
So they choose where they want to be. So some days we have a lot of free range. Some days we don't, just because they've had that choice.
And every time I've been there, my kids absolutely love, buying the pellets and stuff to feed. Does that get donated, or where do you get that from? Do you have partnerships with people? Is it important to build partnerships in business?
So over the lockdown period, I had a donation of massive bulk bags from Equifeed. Now we never used them before.
Yeah.
And her name was Jen. She's the rep there. I was so impressed with their food quality that I was in it, like spraying around, like swimming in the bags. It's such a moment, just the quality of food. So I was like, when we finished lockdown, I was like, you know what? Because they were so kind to me, I'm going to move all my feed accounts to Equifeeds.
Okay.
So we buy 3.8 tons every single month. And that's just our basic feed. So we buy everything. And the reason why I buy everything, I don't want to go to the back of the shops and collect all the off-spec and stuff.
Yeah.
The quality of food that you feed your animal prevents the vet bills. So Equifeeds has no peanuts, has no nuts like that.
Okay.
It's totally safe for horses.
Yeah.
If it's safe for horses, it's safe for every animal. We only feed the best. So the bags that you guys buy is like a compressed hay cube.
Okay.
Hardly any calories
Yeah.
because our animals are round. I call them content. And it's safe for every single animal.
Yeah.
You got to be careful what you feed.
Yeah, jeez. And those sort of offcuts, you can also buy, carrots and,
Yes.
and cucumbers and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Is that from a restaurant, or where do you?
No, we buy those
also buy
from,
those?
so Spa, Charlie, go to market twice a week and we order.
Okay.
And then we got the cucumber farmer down the road that we get fresh cucumbers from the farm. So the cucumbers are there for hydration on hot days. Our animals get so excited with the families, they forget to drink water. So now we've started the cucumbers mixed with the carrot to hydrate them secretly so they don't get like dehydration colic.
Heck.
No, we've been with dietitians and everything.
Ew.
It's a huge project.
Yeah.
Food is the basic of everything.
Yeah. And your staff are always so happy. Like, how do you get them so happy? It must be a lekker place to work at, eh?
Well, let me tell you, when you walk into the door, you change your hat. Something I learned in corporate, because I was in corporate for 9 years.
Okay.
I was always taught you change your hat according to where you are. So I teach my staff to change their hat. So if they've had a hard day at home, you come to the farm, you let that go. Let's have fun and then change your hat back when you leave.
Okay.
It's all about how you treat them is how they treat you back.
Yeah. Jeez.
You got to make the day fun.
Yeah. And how many staff do you have at the moment?
So we're full-time 26, 42 temps.
Okay.
Our temps are my heart project.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are studying, which I'm
Okay.
very proud of
Yeah.
them. A lot of them have gone back to school. And then they work part-time. So like after a December holidays, I find a lot of them buying their own school uniforms. Upgrading their lives, proving their value. And that's, like I was saying to you earlier, like if you identify someone's value, they feel worthy in their own life. They can better their own family.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do.
That is amazing. I mean, we've been there a couple of times.
It's fun, eh?
You're always in your gumboots there. And you're
I'm
you're always
always
working
there.
hard. You're always hands-on.
Yes, absolutely.
How important is it for you to be hands-on, in the day-to-day running of the business?
So I believe if I can clean a pen from the bottom up and know what's under that hay, then I'll feel comfortable in my heart. Because if my staff are cleaning properly, the animal deserves that right. So I'm stuck in there.
Yeah.
In the morning from 8, I'm cleaning.
Yeah.
I'm dragging feed bags. We Milton spray the whole farm down as well. People don't realize that.
Sure.
Every single morning.
Yeah.
We have facilities that manufacture that. I need to be spot on. And I can also feel auras. So if I look at my herd of horses, I can tell if a horse is not well. So because I'm with the animals every day, I love to be present because they'll come to me and say, hey, Mom, I'm not well today. And then I can pop them at the vet or we can help them at the farm.
Yeah. And do the vets do call outs? Or like if a horse is sick and you really need a vet, like do they come out or do you have to take them there or?
So that's been a challenge for Ballito, North Coast.
Yes.
But I absolutely respect Ballito Vet's decision, and I understand why. So we have Ballito Vet, as you heard, Kevin, Louis, Christy Brown. They're fantastic. They do all my smaller animals. I do take a lot there, but they do help me out. Kevin and I have been tubing on a Sunday afternoon and having so much fun doing it. And then we have Karen, who's from Summerfelt, that does our horses.
Okay.
She is military. I love her to bits.
Yeah.
And our animals love certain vets. It's weird. They know they're safe for certain. They've chosen their vets, plus also they've chosen their farriers. You know, the guy that does the horse feed.
Yes, yeah.
Like Demi, they'll line up for him. An animal will tell you who they want.
It's interesting.
It's an incredible thing to know.
Yeah.
It's about relationship.
There's a series on Netflix at the moment. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called The Secret Life of Pets. And it's basically they're trying to figure out like if animals can communicate, like, you know, really. And there was this one episode where this dog literally is it learned behavior or isn't it, you know, can they actually communicate, where they had like little buttons where, you know, the owner says, oh, come, do you want to go for a walk? And then they basically go to this little board, like an electric board, and press down like,
oh, wow.
Yes, mom, you know, and then
that's so cool.
that type of thing. Yeah, so you must have a look at it. It's really good. It's like this whole communication thing, and that relationship is so important. I mean,
it's massive.
And the animals must have a massive attachment to you.
Oh, they do. So when I walk down the farm, you hear like a siren going beep, beep, beep. And that's my duck saying, I spot you, mom. And then it'll come for cattle. And then Scruffy will go deep, beep on that side. And then the donkey will yell. They know who you are.
Yeah.
When you've saved a life, an animal will never forget.
Yeah.
And that's something that's so special. And when an animal is ready to go, they'll let you know.
Yeah.
That's also something that you got to be honorable about.
Sure.
It's a massive journey with them.
And do you have lots, you've got, like you said, a fox, like that's obviously a wild animal. Do you have like other wild animals that you rehabilitate, or is it mainly, you know, domesticated, or, you know, other domesticated, like horses and stuff like that?
So we are the Crow North Coast Wildlife Depot.
Okay.
So I volunteer for Crow. My zone is from Richards Bay to Durban North. Sure. That's when the nearest depot is. I do wildlife. I do a lot of the work for the states. I'm very involved with I say a buck gets hit by a car.
Yeah.
We've implemented beautiful systems in all the states. I'm so proud of every state in Ballito. We have come in the last 3 years so far with regards to budgets for darting, for assistance, for veterinary care. So birds falling out of a nest. This morning I was actually helping someone at the Dolphin Coast Holiday Resort with a hardy dog with fishing line around their leg. So I do that. So an animal from South Africa, so an indigenous animal, will go to Crow head office in Yellowwood Park, back into the wild. An exotic animal that cannot go back into the wild will be offered to Flag Animal Farm and will stay at Flag Animal Farm for the rest of its life.
Okay.
I don't sell or adopt out any animals because I don't feel safe for them out there anymore.
Yeah, you don't
My
just
heart
don't know
is
where it's
sealed.
going. Yeah,
You don't know what its life's going to be. Whereas at Flag, it's up to date.
yeah.
It's in the public.
Sure.
Yeah.
I saw there was a spotted eagle owl released at Simbiti the other day.
Yes.
Were you involved in that?
I was actually about to get onto the hockey field,
Yeah.
and I was trying to do the logistics. So I was working with Richard. It was actually found from a community up the north.
Yeah.
And it was actually harming their chickens.
Okay.
So the guys caught it and had this little wide cage. We had to organize the logistics to fetch it.
Yeah.
It was in perfect condition. And obviously Zimbiti, you're looking at
Yeah.
Derek, the wildlife vet there.
Yeah.
He is my wingman in the area.
Yeah.
He does a lot of wildlife rescue with
Okay.
me. And I do a lot of release in Zimbiti with bush babies, a lot of
yeah.
birds.
Okay.
I'm very involved in that estate, yeah.
Jeez, that's awesome, eh? Yeah, it's just, the bird life in Simbiti is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
So, that spotted eagle will definitely add to that.
It's going to be busy.
Yeah, it's going to be very busy. Yeah.
We better stay away from our bush babies. Yeah.
You've mentioned hockey a couple of times.
Yeah.
Is that sort of, like, photography for me is like my man cave. Like, that's where I sort of go and just sort of relax and, recharge. Is hockey that for you?
So when we started Flag Animal Farm, I had to give up my career. It's quite a hard thing for me because I was so far. Like, I get a bit teary.
Yeah.
But, the most beautiful thing is I started playing 5 years ago, and the farm gave me something back. So because we got such a big following on social media, I emailed Princess Hockey, and I'm fully sponsored by them. I'm
wow.
This is my 3rd year sponsored by them. So sticks, gloves, hats. But it's because I gave it up for the farm because it needed me the most.
Yeah.
And now the farm has returned the favor.
Yeah.
So I'm playing in like top of the range sticks and like whizzing around, having so much fun. And I think it was the right move.
Yeah.
So even though I had to give it up,
Yeah.
I'm back with my heart in my sleeve. I'm ready.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So you say you had to give up your career. So tell us, I know it's maybe a bit emotional, but tell us a bit more about that. Yeah.
So I was like 22 in the heart of everything. And yeah, like I obviously made a few essays, junior teams. I was like in the senior squad. Like I was getting there. Like Jenny King was coaching the SA women's hockey, and I had so much inspiration for her. She knew who I was, which is a huge thing. And yeah, I was being coached by 𝗬𝗬𝗬𝗬𝗬 for Raiders for many years. And I think if I had pushed a little bit harder, I could have got there.
Yeah.
But sacrificing everything for the farm, they need. There was no money.
Yeah.
So how do you go on tours?
Yes.
What do you do?
No, exactly. Yeah.
You got to make the right decision.
Sure.
So the decision was made. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I've
But
seen
I'm
you play
back.
hockey. You definitely, you're up
feisty,
there.
eh?
You're up there.
I'm a bit feisty. Yeah, they're complaining about me at the moment. I'm a bit feisty, but it's because my passion is there. I'm ready for this.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And tell me, family life, kids also on the farm, enjoying it?
Absolutely. So I've got a wonderful husband. He's very good with maintenance.
Yeah.
Very lucky there. Married well. And yeah, we're very busy. We work 7 days a week. We don't get a day off.
Yeah.
And that's the sacrifice we make. But it gives us a little bit of flexi time to go and watch our kids play sport. So my oldest, I truly believe she may take over the farm. My little one is very good at hockey.
Yeah.
My older one plays goalkeeper as well. So they're both
Okay.
into hockey.
Yeah.
But it's just wonderful to share the lifestyle of rescue with them.
Yeah.
They're incredible.
It must be so rewarding, eh? Just bringing in a harmed or hurt animal, and then a couple of weeks later, like being able to actually release that, or not,
breathtaking.
and if it takes longer, but just then building that relationship with that. With that animal. I mean, I've got a little beagle at home, and just like he's like my little son, eh?
No, but that's the way it should be.
Yeah. No, it's he's got like such a character as well. Like I could talk for hours about him just because he's got.
He's part of your heart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've got this goat called Chatterbox. I don't know if you ever knew about the story of Chatter.
No.
So he was born with this external bladder, which is now in. He's a hermaphrodite, so male and female in one. I raised him on a bottle. He was so tiny. Now he's massive. He's got this mohawk, this beard. He's so stinky, but he's so calm and gentle. And every afternoon he sneaks out of his pen. He jumps up into reception to look over the counter for a carrot. And like that to me was an incredible journey.
Yeah.
He's my chatter. And the reason why his name is Chatterbox is every morning he'll chatter to me for his bottle.
Sure.
Because he makes so much noise.
He makes so much noise, and just once.
That's like every animal's got their little story behind him.
Hectic.
Cool,
What is the I mean, like you say, every animal's got a story. What is one animal where you could maybe say like, wow, that is an insane story, and it might be quite difficult to think of on the spot.
I've got so many. So I've got the pit pony.
Yeah.
So Freedom Grace, I've got a pony at the farm. He was found stuck in a sewage pit.
Sure.
They reckon she was there for 5 days. Like the pictures are just overwhelming. They craned her out, and then she arrived at Flag Farm, and we had to walk her 3 times a week to strengthen her back muscles because of the craning.
Sure.
That pony is only 6 years old. You know that she's never put a foot wrong since she arrived at the farm. Most ponies at that age are quite naughty.
Yeah.
She just knows. She's had a second chance, and we named her Freedom Grace.
Sure.
There's more stories to that. And people ride those ponies, they don't realize just how far they've come.
Yeah. And like you mentioned sort of the cranes and stuff. So who foots the bill for those rescues?
It's massive. So we do a lot of the bulls, as you know, and then like horse care units are involved, and the people come in it's like RPSS security, Dylan, in this community. I phone him, and he knows it's like I try not to bother him, but when I do phone him, he's like this, helping. So he will drive into this community to go and fetch bush babies for me because I'm so nervous as a woman on my own. But he'll go on his own and go and fetch these babies for me. So people are kind out there. People are willing to help. Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah. And maybe chat a bit about sort of this North Coast community and how it is having Flag Animal Farm in Ballito or just outside of Ballito.
So we did a little video the other day at the farm, and this is what speaks volume about the community. Flag Farm's not just about Flag Farm. Flag Farm is the journey of the community. We have watched, witnessed, and seen every child grow up in this community. People bring their families to the farm, and we're part of their lives. So I have been so privileged to be able to be part of their children coming to the farm. And then when they get older, a lot of them come and do holiday work with me. And so the community is part of our hearts.
Yeah.
It's an incredible journey.
Yeah.
It's 25 years we've had the farm.
No, amazing.
And I've been part of the community for 25 years.
Yeah.
Different generations coming.
Yeah.
People having more kids. I'm like, oh, another one, yay! Give it to me and let me have a cuddle, you know? They feel like I'm part of their family.
Yeah. And you're saying, you know, possibly in the future, like looking for a bit more space. Like, is there a neighboring farm, or is the highway in the way there?
No, so everyone's developing around us, which is a great thing because our road is 90% tarred. I'm very happy about that because my whole life was about grading that road. And then Adrian next door, a wonderful neighbor, is selling his portion now. But with tarring comes more foot traffic for us. So I think I always said it'll be the saving grace would be our tarring. And now it's like so smooth. Yeah. I can get to Ballito 10 minutes faster.
Yeah.
You know, Department of Transport doesn't have to grade as often now.
Yes.
And gratitude for change. Change is good.
Yeah. And tell me, 7 days a week, like, so when did you ever get to go on holiday, or was it hockey tours and that stuff?
Yeah.
Are those your holidays?
Well, only up until last year did I go on a lot of tours. That's really cool. My poor husband. But yeah, so being the owner of one of the owners of Flag Farm is a huge sacrifice for the family. Like my kids were always saying, Mom, Dad, why do we never go away like our friends? So we actually had to move off the farm.
Okay.
We moved off the farm. We don't live there anymore. Our manager lives in the house with the wolves, which is giving the wolves more space. We've moved off. So when we go home and 4 or 5 every day, we do have a bit more family time. It's definitely a change. Yeah. But with that comes a lot of positive too. You gotta sail the wave and find the positives of everyone. You always want what you don't have. And now I'm like this morning I managed to go and have brekkie with my hubby, which is such a rare treat, but you cherish it more. You really appreciate it more, which is cool.
Very cool,
Yeah.
And Jen, just taking a step back, so when you were sort of 22 and like you said, you were walking around with flyers, trying to get foot traffic to the farm, when things are looking down, like what is, like for the community, like how do you see that there is going to be light, or how do you stay positive in those moments?
So we went through a bit of a rough January, February, March, because January was raining, February was like 40 degrees, and then March, no schools were booking because the Department of Education was signing off forms so late. So I went through a bit of a wobble, but I sat down and I thought to myself, how do I think out the box? You know, if a person that can think out the box can survive. And if you can survive, you can fire through. So what I did, I divided my horse herd into the very old. So I called my vet in. Cara and I went walking around the farm. We're like, okay, these ones are grade A, which are the old ones that need like a lot of food. These are the fatty boom boom ones that can be on that side of the fence.
They need a bit of a diet.
And they can be a little bit dieted, more hay and like one meal, or divided into two, because Karen's like, those ones really need it. So we're dividing the animals into the fatty boom booms, the ones that need it. So we divided the whole farm into what can go on slightly leaner food and what can't. We're saving about 8 bags of food a day.
Sure.
Just by thinking out the box. Yeah. Then I went to the staff and I said, look, we've got these rounds of hay that cost like 1,000 Rand a round. You know, the skinny horses, the older ones that are skinnier, that need more, pile the hay there. But the fatty boomer ones can eat the green grass and go and graze by the dam. So we just rotated. And then all the rescues were obviously in stables with heating and getting their rations. And then I just said to my staff, we need to be careful. When you use a pen, use it to the end. When you use a book, use it to the end of the page. You know, don't, when you're carrying cool drinks, try not to drop any for damage control and that. Just be a bit more vigilant. And we managed to scale the cost right back. Yeah. Thinking out the box.
Amazing.
Be smarter.
Yeah.
Then we dug in the stables, found all my hoarding wood, and we built the most amazing playground. So we utilized our staff wisely. We got this beautiful new playground. Yeah. Thinking out the box.
That's awesome. Yeah, save a cent and buy a farm, they say, eh?
I tell you what, Ralph, you can wing anything.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You just put your heart to it.
Yeah. And do you, I mean, like, so from that, like, so you get that inspiration, like you think out the box, but where do you get your inspiration from? What is your daily inspiration?
So my husband calls them visions.
Okay.
I wake up in the morning, I'm like, Hubby, I've got a vision. He's like, no, not another vision.
The vision of you going to
water park. No, water park. And then the one morning he's like, let's do a dinosaur park. He's like, huh?
Sure.
I was like, I'm going to build dinosaurs. So that's with the dinosaurs. And they're like, hey, let's go unicorns, an insect park, and 8 legs versus the 6. And, you know, I don't think you've seen all the new stuff. We expanded the water park as well, which is huge. I call them my visions. I wake up one morning with this idea. And then I have to implement it immediately. It's like ASAP.
So you write them down and you execute.
I execute.
So would you say you're more of a ideas lady and an execution, or do you just have the idea and then someone else has to execute?
I'm project driven.
Project driven.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the problem is I execute, and halfway through that execution, I'm already executing the next one. So I never finish the project. So my husband's like, the dinosaurs are in, but you haven't finished the vegetation. I'm like, no, but I'm doing the unicorns now. Someone else can
The
finish.
dinosaurs are eating the unicorns.
Yes. No, you got to make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, so he always moans at me that I never finish my projects. But I'm on to the next idea.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's fun, eh?
So does he then execute and finish off?
Well, he does everything properly. Being an
Okay.
engineer, the fence must be level.
Yes.
Drives me mad because I would have just built a skew. But I think we work well together because he calms me down.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's important to have those people around you that sort of then finish off the project. Like,
Yeah, big time,
yeah,
eh?
like even in our leadership team at the Rouge Attorneys, we often, we've got ideas people, we've got executors, you know, and it's important that you have those people around you that complement you in your leadership and in your management style and your business and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, you say 7 days a week once again. So Christmas and all those,
So
how does
Easter,
it work
yes. New Year's Day, yes. Christmas Day, we close, but who feeds the animals?
then? Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so
But
it's
it's
really
fun, eh?
yeah.
And lockdown was great because we were 6 months locked down. So we paid our staff to stay at home. My hubby and I were there. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
So the reception turned into a feedlot with all the different bins. Our horses moved into the lychee orchards. You know where you go
Okay.
lychee picking?
Yes.
Our neighbours opened up all their hectares for
Oh,
us. So I
nice.
phoned around. I was like, guys, I need to find grazing.
Yeah.
And Adrian's like, well, use our orchards. We don't have to mow.
Yeah.
You guys can mow for us for free. It worked
Yeah.
well. And it was great because Cam and I put in a system. That's my hubby Cam.
Yeah.
Put in a system of how to do it. So now Christmas Day takes us like 2 hours. It's quick.
Sure.
So then we have Christmas lunch and we're exhausted because it's like we try and have an afternoon nap.
Yeah.
And then we back to the grinding stone the next
So,
day.
so it is almost like, adversity leads to solutions. There's that old quote of like, every crisis, don't let ever crisis go to waste. Like that's literally what a couple of times now in your story that's happened. You really, when something happens, you think out the box and you make a plan
You have to.
and you get through.
You have to. So I've got a lot of sayings that like absorb like a sponge because there's always knowledge around you. So I say to my staff, sail the wave. And we do these big school tours on the farm. We have like guides. A lot of my guides get a little bit overwhelmed. And I say to them, it's like elastic band when you stretch. You're overwhelmed today, but in that same situation tomorrow you won't be because you've been stretched. And I always say to my staff, once you've been stretched, you're growing. You never want to be comfortable in life. If you're comfortable in your daily duties, you're not growing as a human. You're not being stimulated. You're not learning something new. Every single day you need to be uncomfortable to grow.
Absolutely.
And that's how I say it. Every day I put myself into these situations of like, oh my word, sail the wave.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, that's very important lesson there. And I think that a lot of our listeners could probably learn from that. That picture of an elastic band. I like that. You don't want to ever just go back to being flaccid. Essentially, you just want to be tight and under pressure, I suppose.
You know what's something no one knows about me?
No.
I went into corporate for 9 years.
Yeah. What?
No one knows it, eh?
No.
I was in the waste industry. My first job was hanging off the back of the REL waste trucks in an overall, collecting your wheelie bins and hooking them on the back of the trucks.
Really?
Past Musgrave Centre, all that.
No ways.
And I learned if I ran towards those wheelie bins every time I got home an hour earlier. So I said to the team on the truck, I was like, guys, let's get home an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Let's run to the bins. That few seconds, each bin that you bring quicker, you get back to your families an hour earlier.
Sure.
I was eating at like those little spas or shops and stuff every day on the trucks. I was like a conductor. I loved it.
Yeah. It's amazing. And once again, developing a system to be more efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Sure.
So I was a junior. I was so privileged to be in that company for 6 weeks. They put me on these trucks to learn from the bottom up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even did night shift.
Jeepers.
It was fun.
Yeah,
No one knew that about me.
No, I can imagine that must be quite a bit of fun and a bit stinky.
Well, you notice depending on the waste stream. No, absolutely. If the bin falls and the bag falls on you, so bad. That's why you got your overall and all that.
Yeah.
But you get used to it.
Yeah.
It
Getting
becomes
your hands
normal.
dirty, yeah.
So like my waste at the animal farm goes through to George. It goes through a recycling station. And so it's like my wheelie bins. I've taught myself how to roll a wheelie bin correctly. Why? Because it's faster.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do.
Sure.
It's simple.
Yeah. Jeez, it sounds like you actually developed AI because that's what AI is doing.
No, that's
You
taken.
developed a system.
No, I'm all about systems, yeah. But it's all about efficiency.
Yeah. And tell me, in your busiest time at Flag Animal Farm, what sort of how many visitors do you get on average, like on your busiest time?
A couple of hundred, but you know, what we've learned now is people in the old days before lockdown used to come for an hour or two. People now come for the day.
Yes.
So you have less people, but they stay for the day.
Yeah.
So you have areas that feel the pinch when there's a high volume. And so I've got management who, one lady's been with me for 30 years.
Sure.
So when I'm starting to feel the pressure, I know the areas that I need a bit more supervision. So I implement a manager per area I call it areas of cracking.
Okay.
Potential cracking. So it's, for instance, like pony rides. Make sure you have a senior by the ramp to implement 2 ramps for ponies to make sure it's running efficiently.
Yeah.
You know, bathrooms. Make sure there's someone in and out cleaning the whole day to make sure it's spotless every time.
Yeah.
Coffee shop. Pain of my existence because I'm not really a foodie. But there's systems that we put into place there that can handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's incredible. Reception.
Yeah.
You know, the door, getting people through smoothly, you don't have to wait.
Yeah.
Those are areas that you've got to be a bit more vigilant.
Yeah. I must say, you know, walking from your reception area, you've got that reptile section
cool,
right there. Jeez, like, yeah, that. I think the first time I came, like a couple of years ago, I don't think it was there. Was that a sort of a recent thing? Well, not recent. I mean, like maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
or?
it's been a couple more years than that, but that is my next project.
Yeah.
I am slowly saving up because it's about $100,000 that I need to spend in there. And my dream for there is to do walk-in aluminium door cages. So it's easy for a human to get in there to clean. Face brick units, so it's all like rusticy brick and that.
Yeah.
And also the brick is nice for the snakes to slither past for their skins and stuff.
Yeah.
So that is my next project. I'm hoping I can start that in about August, September.
Sure. And
That's
you like snakes then, eh?
Not really. But I learned a lot about them in lockdown because they had me and my husband alone.
Jeez.
Every tank has to be like sterilized and cleaned every day. And
Every day?
Every day.
And it's insane.
It's a lot of work.
It's so labor intensive.
It's massive. Every pen is stripped every day.
Sure.
It's in Milton. Like it's just,
Yeah.
people don't realize, like you touch a goat at the farm, it doesn't smell.
Yeah.
Why? Because the environment's clean. They have that right.
Yeah.
Clean environment.
Yeah. So no, it's interesting because saying to my boy the other day, we were chatting about goats, and he's like, "Yes, he hates goats because they're so stinky."
Not mine. Only chatterbox, eh? Only chatter. But he's on the bank because he can't pong you out. If he's in the middle, you know he's there. But he's a bit stinky, but he's so divine.
No, awesome.
Yeah.
I brought a little. It's called a conversation card. Just thought for a change. I haven't done this on the podcast before.
Oh, cool.
And I don't know what the question is, but I got it as a gift when I went on sabbatical.
Okay. So
and it's basically just to have a conversation with your family or anything like that. So I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay, let's
I don't know
hope
what
it's
it
a good
is.
one.
Let's see what it is, and let's see how you answer. No pressure. If you had to pick one food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh. I think it'll be pasta.
Pasta.
Oh, I love pasta.
Enjoy pasta.
Yeah, but it has to have a topping though.
Yeah.
Huh? Every day.
Yeah. A little bit of a sauce in there.
Well, have you been to Simply Asia?
Yes.
505.
I like
Try
I
that.
think it's the 514. My
Yes,
team will say 514 is
514
also very good.
505. It's the most epic.
Okay.
No, they know
Cool.
me by name now.
And do you do all the cooking, or does do the kids do the cooking maybe?
No, so my husband now,
Yes.
I've renamed him the Master Chef.
Yo.
In the last 2 months, he's become the most incredible chef. I used to microwave meals. So I get home, I'm so tired. Remember, I'm running in the morning, sprinting all day at the farm, like over 30,000 steps, playing hockey, get home, a microwave meal and a steam of veggie, voila, you know. So now my husband's become the Master Chef. For Father's Day, I had an apron printed, our daddy, the Master Chef.
Nice.
We motivated him.
Yeah,
right?
very cool.
No, he's very good now. So we sit down as a family now with a meal.
That's awesome.
It's been the greatest joy.
Yeah.
You can get mash now.
Yeah.
I know.
Jeez, that's
No,
impressive. I don't think I've ever made mash before, so
I'm
that's
so
very
impressed.
impressive.
So he's taken
Come
the
for
reins.
lessons.
I do a bit of mincemeat here and there, you know.
Yeah. And tell me, I mean, like working together with your husband, like, is that, I mean, stressful, or is it just an absolute dream?
So we're very lucky because we're very good friends as well. But it does have its challenges. Like I think I irritate him some days because I'm so hyper and so energized and I'm full speed ahead. He's the calm. I actually think he'll be a better leader than me. But because I'm so dominant, I think I just whiz around. And he does a lot of the behind the scenes, which is so important. But when I'm on tour, like last year, he just leads the team in such a graceful way. So I need to learn to slow down, which I'm still trying. Step back and allow things to happen. And he was very big in his business back in the day with his company.
And what did he do?
He was at Smith's Manufacturing,
Okay.
an engineer there.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of experience.
Yeah.
But he does compliment me in many ways. Yeah.
And then, so, I mean, you said you moved away from the farm now. So, like, does that also then help with not taking work home? Because, I mean,
I know.
if you work together with your spouse, it must be quite hectic. You know, you're working together during the day, the evening, morning, evening, like.
There's always animals at home.
Yeah.
So, like on Christmas Day, so we fed the animals in the morning, and then we had all our family come over. And running around the floor was a foster kitten called Toddy and my duck called Ducky walking around the thing. Because I have a room that's heated. And I have all my little heat pads, all my rescues. Because the animals, like especially the wildlife, I take them home and medicate and I feed throughout the night. Some animals I'm doing every 3 hours. So I have to get up. So at the moment, I've got like a little tortoise and a bird with a little leg that I'm fixing. And I've got 2 guinea pigs that I'm fixing. And then we've got our dogs that are so used to animals. And Toddy, our cat. We kept him. And so the work does go home.
Yeah.
But not like conversational ones.
Yeah.
Just the animals that need that care have to be with me.
Yeah. Jeez, my little beagle tried to take a little iguana lizard thing yesterday, but that thing's quite feisty. Yeah, so
it would have bitten, eh?
My beagle came off second best.
Yeah, it would be on his ear or something dangling.
On his nose.
On his nose. No, they can bite those blue-headed lizards, eh?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Well, good, he's got his defenses working. He must learn.
Yeah, they must learn.
Animals must learn, hey?
Yeah, man, they do learn.
So it's just been it's an incredible journey of just gratitude.
And Jen, so what would one lesson be? Like if you were to be able to talk into the camera and say to any young person starting out who's in adversity, who doesn't quite know how the next day is going to look and how he's going to come out at the end of the month with, you know, expenses and stuff, like what sort of golden nugget can you?
Absolutely. So get a book. Write. I always say to people, when you're feeling so overwhelmed, jot the information down. And goals aren't about massive leaps to achieve them. Goals are about small steps. So do things like wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I'm good enough.
That's good.
Talk to yourself and say, hey, I'm better off than other people. I've got a roof over my head. I've got a meal. I've got family. I've got friends. Find something positive to say. I always say do 5 positive things for the day. And tick off those little boxes. Got up in the morning. You've achieved something. Have breakfast. You've achieved something. Go for a walk. Exercise is an incredible tool. Even if you're walking, find a friend to walk with because you can banter. You can talk about, you can have a cry, get it off your shoulders and turn around and face the world. Life is not that bad if you change your attitude. And remember, there's always someone worse off than you. And health, 2 legs to walk. I was in the UK. I had no job. I knocked on every single door, begged for work, and I got a job cleaning toilets. Yeah. And I was so proud. Yeah. And then eventually I got upgraded. I was carrying the glasses on my shoulder, which I dropped a few. That was very bad. I couldn't pour a pint. I was useless. But I was so grateful to have found something, cleaning a toilet. I was so proud. Yeah. And anything you can find to better your life, do it. Yeah. No matter what, because it'll grow you.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, and I love that, you know, the incremental, like even like just get 1% better. You don't have to get 100% better all of a sudden, like 1% better every day or every month. Just if you have a little, you know, break down that goal. So good, eh?
And have a cry.
And
crying is great.
Yeah.
I used to call them my moments. Have a moment, get over your moment, and smash it.
Yeah. That's also great. Very good, eh? And gratitude, like you've mentioned gratitude a couple of times, you know, like almost, you know, a lot of people also have a thing called the gratitude diary or journal.
Absolutely.
And, you know, if you actually list the things that you can be grateful for, like afterwards, you're like, actually things aren't that bad, you know. I think gratitude is massive, massive, massive. Yeah.
No, I just think that if you follow your heart as well and you just do what you love, everything will be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, life is great.
Yeah, awesome. Jen, thank you very much for being our guest today. It was really phenomenal. I learned a couple of new things about you.
Thanks, Rob. It was so awesome.
No, it was really cool.
Yeah.
And all the best for the Flag Animal Farm and for also just for hopefully finding those 10 extra hectares somewhere. And
one day.
One day. You know, I mean, moving the whole animal farm somewhere else might be quite difficult, possibly, but maybe that's on the cards. You know, finding a totally different farm, instead of expanding there. But yeah, thank you so much for being on the show today. I hope all our listeners got some gold nuggets out of that. I think it's a phenomenal journey. Go and check out Jen. Jen, where can people find you?
So Facebook is like my blog,
Okay.
Flag Animal Farm, Instagram, and I'm on TikTok now, trying to dance.
Okay.
It's quite entertaining.
Oh, jeez.
Very bad.
Are you on the TikTok?
Oh,
Wow.
let me tell you, I can't do the moves, but you'll see the Jen moves. Epic. Remember that word, epic.
Epic, yeah.
Yeah.
This is your
Yeah.
epic journey. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Take a look at all their socials. They really do phenomenal work with animals, and it's really just such a community initiative. Where I think everyone in Ballito has been to Flag Animal Farm. So those from out of Ballito, you come over as well, give them a visit and enjoy their awesome facilities there. And Jen, I just wanted to say thank you so much. I got some lekker pink socks.
Yay! I love
just
socks.
Just a thank you from us for being on the
so
show today.
cool.
Really appreciate it. And yeah, everyone out there, please listen to this, share it, like it, subscribe it. Let's get some traction. And thank you so much for listening to the Conveying Stories podcast. Till next time. Cheers.